What's up, guys? It's me, Amy. Can we please talk about how hard it is sometimes just waiting around for God's will and waiting around for God to work in your life? Okay, so today I applied for a job. You guys know I've been unemployed since the end of March, and I apply for jobs all the time in this time period, and I have not been able to get a job. Every job, send back that letter where it's like, oh, sorry, we moved on with another person who is more qualified, da 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 da, or something like that. And it's funny because they're saying that, but it's like literally I am fully qualified for these jobs. Like, I've done the work, I have experience in it. So there's someone more qualified than me, you're telling me? Like, okay. So maybe there is. I don't know. When you've had 10 years experience doing something, I'm pretty sure that you're pretty darn qualified for it. And that's just a testament to God's work in my life. And, I'm trying to tell God every day, I tell him these things kind of to remind me of them. And it's like, God, if it's not in your will, I don't want it. Like, if you don't want me working right now, Lord, that is totally fine. Please just pay the bills, please. But like, if you don't want me to work right now because you want me focusing on your will, that's fine too. Today I wake up and, I'm scrolling through jobs and I see one that looks like something that I would actually want to do. The pay is good. You can make up to 130K a year. And that's fairly good here. I live in San Francisco. So that's definitely good. Okay. Considering I have no job. So I applied for the job and I'm sitting here this morning. I'm like, man, I really wish I could get like a job again. Like, what I think I miss that structure and stability that a job provides. You know how much money you're going to make. You know you're going to make that money. You don't have to worry about how will my bills get paid? Are they going to get paid? Am I going to be able to live here next month? Like the scary things that you don't know when you're just trusting God to come through and take care of all of it. And I'm sitting here kind of feeling like a little down because I'm pretty darn certain that God is not going to give me that job. And I know it's because he has something better than me. I know he has something better for me and something way grander than that job. And I know going back to work, it's just stressful, exhausting. It makes me hit capacity so fast. I know I won't have time to do all the great things that I'm working on right now. I don't know how I'm going to be able to work a 9 to 5 and still go to one of my classes. That's literally Monday, Wednesday from 3 o'clock to 4:30. I have no clue how I would be able to work that into my work schedule with the job. But I'm at a point where I'm like uncomfortable right now. And, I'm dealing with I'm dealing with stress from school, which is normal. I'm dealing with stress in my regular life, and the enemy's just hitting me hard. The enemy is kicking my butt with spiritual warfare. I think it's probably because I have this, the singles group I'm telling you about that I'm co-leading coming up. And I've just been dealing with spiritual warfare because of that. And I've been trying to step into more things with God. And I feel like I'm finally doing things, planting seeds to be getting towards the fruit of, the purpose of my life. And so I feel like that's why the spiritual warfare is coming in. And having a job just kind of gives you a little bit of stability, especially in times where you're just feeling so uncertain about things. Part of me just likes the idea of going to a job and not thinking about anything that's stressing me out, anything in my head for 8 hours or 9 hours or however long I'm gone at the job. And that's not it. That is not life. You got to really pay attention in your life with what things are distracting you from God and his will and purpose for your life. You got to pay attention. Is it watching Netflix? Too much Netflix when you could just be picking up your Bible? Is it scrolling on TikTok? Is it going to work all day long? Is it even serving in the church? Because I feel like a lot of times when we get overwhelmed in life, we want to find something where we can just brain rot, essentially, where we don't have to think about the things that are bothering us, the things that are stressing us out, where we can just sit there and not have to use our brain, not have to worry about anything. But sometimes those things are consuming so much of our free time or just our time in general, which is time that we could be spending with God. Because realistically, the only thing that's actually going to help you, comfort you, make you feel secure, make you feel stable is seeking him and having a relationship with him. I know for me, when I'm starting to crash out or I'm getting overwhelmed, the only place where I feel safe is with God. And talking with him, maybe reading my Bible if I can. Sometimes when I'm high intensity, like stress, uncomfortable, like opening the Bible seems like such a chore, and trying to read is a chore, and trying to focus on it because I can't focus on literally the words, like nothing I'm retaining, nothing is relevant. It gets more frustrating. But just for me, sitting here just in the quiet place, if you want to call it that, in deep prayer with God, even closing my eyes, even sometimes putting the blanket over my head because I just don't want to think about anything else. I just want to be fully like engaged with him and away from the distractions that are already stressing me out. Like, yeah, scrolling on TikTok is nice because it does, like, for instance, it does help me, you know, get out of my mind. But then you're scrolling on TikTok and all of a sudden you see something that activates or triggers something in your head. Like maybe you see people traveling and that just sends like a negative thought into your mind, how you wish you were traveling, or how you missed this or how you missed that, and how your life isn't what you want it to be right now. You know what I'm saying? Of course you do. Like, you get it. But when you're talking with God and when you're in the safe place with him, I feel like that doesn't happen. I feel like you're not going to get a trigger. I feel like you're not going to get some sort of activator that's going to make you feel even more uncomfortable. I feel like it's the only place, honestly, where I can find peace. That and when I'm sleeping. And I know that I'm in a state where I'm very stressed out right now and kind of overwhelmed with life and reaching capacity because I'm having a hard time waking up in the morning at a decent time. I like to get up before 7:30 at the latest. And the last few days, I'm getting up closer to like 8:45 and I'm just like, man, and I want to wake up, and I have 3-4 alarms set, but each time they go off, I'm just so exhausted. I don't want to get up. I don't want to start thinking about the day, start dealing with the stressors of the day, start dealing with what's on my mind. And, you know, the moment I wake up, of course, you know, like I start in prayer with God. I'm like, God, like one I love to say when I'm dealing with a lot of stress is I love to say, God, please get to my mind before the stress does, or something like that. Like, God, please get to my mind before the negative thoughts can. I don't know if it makes sense to you, but it honestly helps me a lot. And lately I've been waking up in the middle of the night, which is not like me at all. I usually always, even when I'm depressed and anxious and stressed in the past, I always sleep through the whole entire night, but I've been waking up in the night. So when I wake up, you know, I'm still laying there with my eyes closed, of course, trying to go back to bed, but I'll just find myself praying to God, you know, so my mind doesn't spiral into like some sort of negativity or worry about some crap, or someone not texting me back, or not getting a job, or the school calling me out for using AI. Not saying that happened. I would never, for the record, but I'm just experiencing that. I'm also having sleep paralysis, which is very uncommon for me. You know, like how do you say, like my mind is waking up before my body. Like I feel like my eyes are open because I can see my bedroom, but I literally can't move and I can't wake up. Like I'm trying to fight it. Like I'm trying to, like, I can feel myself trying to like open my eyes while they're closed, but I still see the room, and it's just, that's stressful and annoying. That's why I have to do multiple alarms, because I don't want to get stuck in that sleep paralysis. And I know a lot of people who are very religious or in their faith would say that that is some sort of like demonic thing or something like that. And I am not surprised if it is, because like I said, I've never had sleep paralysis in my life. I can only recall having it maybe one time when I was a kid, and then one time when I was waking up from surgery as well. And that was many years ago. Yeah, so I'm just dealing with trying to wait on God's timing, trust his timing, trust that he has something better for me. But y'all, I just want to go back to work. I just want to go back to making 6 figures. I just want to go back to knowing that all my bills are paid. I'm not depleting my savings. I want to go back to structure and stability. But it's just so crazy because I already have so much on my plate. And if I go back to work, I don't know how I'm going to get it all done. And I mean, I know I will, and I can work through it. And it's not like I'm even going to get this job, most likely, because I really feel like God does not want me working right now. But it's like, literally my unemployment is running out. Like, I think September is going to be the last month that I have unemployment. And like I said, that's not even, it barely covers, like I still, like the unemployment covers some of my bills, but I still owe like almost $2,000 on top of that. And so that's coming out of my savings now. Trust God. He's going to come through. He's got you. I know he is. I'm trying to tell myself, I'm asking him, Lord, please give me faith. Please give me trust in you. Please help me to just have a childlike faith that I know you're going to come through with it. But at the same time, I'm just anxious and restless, and I'm ready to move. I'm ready to do things. And here I am literally doing so many amazing things in my life. My life is so good outside looking in. Like, I'm just so blessed with time. I'm so blessed with my bills being paid from God for the last like however many months, and this relationship with him, and capacity and community. And I'm sorry, but I'm just so blessed with so many things. Like, God has really came through. But my mind wants to look for something negative and everything, where I just cannot rest. My mind and my nervous system have been so out of whack for 33 years, 30 something years, where I literally cannot sit here and just enjoy life and just trust that God's gonna come through. Like, I'm just so uncomfortable right now, and I'm in discomfort, and I'm, don't ask God to take away the discomfort, ask him to walk with you in it. Waiting on God's timing is tough. I don't know, lately I've been having the thoughts where I'm just like, God, I'm tired of waiting for a husband, which I haven't felt like that in months, and I haven't felt like wanting to go out in months, and here I am feeling like going out. I feel lightheaded. I'm just tired, y'all. But yeah, so I'm here with you. If you're struggling with it, I'm here with you too. You're not the only one going through. You're not the only one worried about trusting his timing and trusting him to come through. It's a scary process, but honestly, it's so worth it in the end. And I just don't know what he has for me, but I really feel right now is the time to just trust him, lean in, and really work, not at a job, but work on his plan for my life and his will. But I just want to go back to a job and just not think. But I also don't even want to work. I've told you guys so many times, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur for God. I'm tired of building up someone else's grass, making someone else's grass greener while I'm just depleted in at mental and physical capacity. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do a job that honors God, even though you can find a way to honor God in anything that you do. But like, I want to do something that actually helps people, not something where I'm just going and making somebody who's already rich richer. You know what I mean? Where they don't care about their employees. Anyways, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm tired. I can feel it. I can see it. I can sense it. Anyways, I love you guys, and have a great day.